If you like the show, it would mean a lot if you could give us a quick rating and a review on Apple Podcasts. If you don't, email us at journalmefine@gmail.com and we'll figure out a compromise.
This is how fake Andy is. I got onto this Zoom. It was just us two. He didn't know I was here because I was muted first. And then the moment I unmute myself and
He stopped masturbating.
yeah, my video is on. And so I said, hi. And then he immediately turned off his camera.
My head hurts. Write it down. I've got work. Write it down. My car died. Write it down. I've got no drive.
The car is a metaphor for motivation. So it's kind of
Fine, I guess.
Journal me fine, I guess.
My ass.
I suppose.
Real journal entries, real improv afterwards. I'm Andy Vega, Justin Kosisky, Mollie Adolf. How are we?
Doing
You know.
swell.
Doing swell, eh?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
wonder
sweet.
why.
Because I'm pretty freaking excited today because we have a very special guest.
Ooh.
What?
Today, we are introducing my friend, the creator of the up-and-coming garage pop band Youth XL. And they just released an EP labeled Text Your Friends, which sounds as beautiful as the sentiment is. You can listen to it anywhere. He's also the host of a podcast called Booch Ball, where they talk about kombucha and college basketball. So check that shit out. So ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm listen to my pal, Alex McGuire.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Booch Ball.
Long time listener, first time giving a shitter, checking in.
Thank you.
It is actually college football, the Booch Ball
shit.
podcast, but
What
it's
did you say,
okay.
basketball?
I'm sure we'll cut that in post.
I dropped
it's-
the ball on that one. I
It's
guess you could
so
say.
great. It's great to be here. I consider you one of my best internet friends.
Likewise.
Truly.
Likewise.
And I hope to, someday add Andy and Mollie to that as well. I'm a loyal listener, and I love hearing all of your voices. Even though Justin, I think you said that like a 4-year-old said that you had a bad voice.
It's
recently.
true. It's true.
It's
I
not
was
the first
mocked.
time.
It's not the
I like your
first time.
voice. I think you have a good voice. Let the record state.
Thank you, dude.
What I want to say is just, and I sort of started saying this before, and I was brutally interrupted, but in my understanding was that Alex was a friend of Justin's before, but it turns out they were just internet friends. And so I didn't really consent to being put in danger with a stranger in this Zoom.
Right.
But Alex
Yeah.
could have come on here and murdered the three of us, and no one would have been the wiser because stranger danger.
We have been recording virtually every single time.
Yeah.
He's
and-
not near you. He can't really hurt you through the screen physically.
Wait.
I guess it's possible he could have done something gross visually, maybe, but I
No,
don't
I'm
think he's that
talking
kind
about-
of guy.
murder.
Right.
No,
So
I
no,
don't-
that's wrong.
I don't
for
think-
sure.
It's a long podcast, though.
It's true.
He
You
could
never
show
know.
up.
Alex, we're so blessed to have you here. You
Andy the
know,
pious.
I do. Hey, come back.
Oh,
Turn
he's
your video
gone.
back on. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. I just want to say, I feel like I got to get this out of the way. Text Your Friends by Youth XL was on my top played Spotify Wrapped 2020. So it is an absolute honor to
It's a
have
love
you
when
on
freaking
the
it's
show.
banger, dude.
It's a
Wow.
banger.
Thank you.
So I hope the audience checks it out.
Nice. It was on mine as well.
Of course.
That's awesome, as it should be.
We had Alex, we've known each other for like, what, 5 years?
5 years, yeah.
About
pretty
5
sure.
years, but we've never met in person. And
Yeah. We were going
yeah,
to one time.
we were going to
but then
one
we
time,
couldn't.
and then I got called into work, and I bailed on you. I flaked
Mm.
out.
That's all right.
Brutal.
That's
Yeah.
fun. But we became friends through both listening to Jake and Amir's podcast, If I Were
Hey.
You.
Which you've been
So-
on multiple times. You've been featured
Oh,
on.
yeah.
You made theme songs for them?
Yeah.
We were both day one listeners, and then
Oh, yeah.
I heard Alex's intro song, and I was like, "Holy shit, this guy's good!" And so I stalked him on Spotify and found him.
Aw.
And then I messaged him because in high school, actually, it's been longer than 5 years because I was like just starting to drive and I was like, dude, I listened to your music on the way to school and stuff.
Wait, can I
love
read it? Can I read the
Yeah,
actual
oh, yeah,
message? 'Cause I went back and found it.
So I'm in like 10th grade, I
Yeah.
guess.
This is thirsty Justin sliding into your DMs.
This is from our SoundCloud messages. So 5 years ago, Justin Kosisky. Hey man, I discovered you from your first If I Were You theme song submission. Just wanted to say that every song I've heard from you has been seriously phenomenal! ! They all sound professionally recorded and are catchy as hell. I listen to all of your songs while I do my homework and sometimes in my car. Keep it up, man. Your sound is unique and awesome. I will continue to tell my friends to check you out. Justin. And then he signed
Wow.
it, Justin Kosisky.
And he lied in it too. He
Yeah,
said
he
did
didn't
his
do his
homework. That's
homework.
bullshit.
What the fuck?
Okay, but my homework ritual is I would open my notebook and listen to music and then I would just
Do other
Not do
Draw.
your
shit.
homework.
I would
off,
stare at the
whatever.
wall, jerk off, draw.
You'd stare
Alex,
at the
I-
wall and jerk off. Sorry, go
Yeah.
on.
That message is from 5 years ago. It's not It's
Wow.
not dated, timestamped. Oh, and then I asked you if you liked the Flight of the Conchords because I had listened to your music
Yeah.
and said it was really funny. And
Oh
then
yeah.
because you had a song that was called Prom, and the
Oh,
premise
yeah.
of the song was that you were asking out someone's mom to prom.
Right. Yeah.
And then
in high school I used to make like funny songs, like silly tunes.
yeah,
What do you mean by
They're
funny?
dope.
Excuse you.
yeah, like
Justin sang that prom song to me on stage in high school. So then the joke was that he was asking my mom to prom, which actually
was.
made me want to hurt him.
Die.
Sylvia.
Well, that's funny because
romantic.
I responded. I said in my message back, I said, also your music is hilarious. Do you listen to Flight of the Conchords? And also, no, you can't take my mom to prom. And Justin and I
Wow.
signed it, Alex, because I was following your lead.
Right. of
But you
course.
And
didn't say
then-
Alex McGuire.
I didn't say Alex McGuire. No, that went without saying.
Missed up.
Right.
Missed opportunity. So then Justin said, "That's so cool. Thanks so much for listening. I love Flight of the Conchords. And it's really up to your mom. Me asking was sort of just a polite side thing."
Oh
And
my
then
God.
in a reference to Jake and Amir, I said, "Whatever, seize that cheese, I guess." So there you go. That was our
Day
first internet
oneer.
conversation. Yep.
You
And
And here we are
adorable.
now.
And we
Oh my
kept in
gosh.
communication ever
Justin,
since.
you thirsty son of a bitch.
Hey,
Yeah.
I give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
appreciate that.
What's this show? What are we doing?
Andy already introed it up top, Molly.
He did?
What the hell? Yes.
So he said what we do on the show?
Yeah, Molly. Basically, what we've
must
been
have missed
doing
it.
is we read journal
Oh
entries.
yeah, you said we're real people. And
Real
these
This
are
was
journalists.
Molly's way
real
of changing the
voices.
subject. Molly was just trying to
Right.
change
Just
the.
Diving
trying to
in.
get us
Keep
off.
structured.
Keep us moving. Yep.
You want me to read my entry now, Molly?
No, I just wanted to make sure people knew what the show was.
I do,
and
Justin.
it turns out
Okay.
that they knew. So
It turns out they knew, and you're okay. So I'm gonna read mine. This is from February 10th, 2016, and in light
Hey.
of having our musician on board today, I found an old song. I guess I tried to write.
sing it to us.
I don't know how the tune goes, so I'm just going to read it.
Lame.
Everything reminds me of you, from the sun to the moon to the gum on my shoe. And you make me wish I could fly. Out of the earth, I don't care if I die. All I wish is that you could see the impact you have on others and me. I think you are really grand, like a large specific canyon or the grains that make up sand. Instrumental break. Every day you finish with a sigh. I'll be there to say it's okay, please don't cry. If you want to dream things out loud, I will be your listener, you know that I'll be proud. As we sit and look at the stars, we pretend we are free and paint the picture of our future without bars. That one's a little long. And another instrumental break right there. And then we go to the bridge. It
Lots
says...
of instrumental breaks.
There's a few.
Is that how people write music?
The last line, everything reminds me of you, from the rain coming down to the round rays of light shining through.
Oh, that was a
Wow.
good.
Was
That
that
was a
about
nice
me?
transition.
The gum on your shoe line sort of gave it away.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
about me.
Do you love the person or are they the gum on your shoe? The gum
Well, I
on
think
your
the
shoe.
progression. There was a progression of that song though, because it started off with the rhyme was the gum on everything reminds
Yeah,
me
and
of
then
shoe,
it
gum on shoe,
changed.
Right.
and then it became light shining through.
Wow.
Right.
So you really did
exactly.
take us on a
Story.
fun journey in that song.
It was
That's
a
awesome.
trip.
We went to the Grand Canyon and back. The Grand Sandian.
the
He didn't
Grand Canyon of all
Explicitly
places.
named the Grand Canyon. He said canyons that are grand.
Exactly.
You said a specific canyon though, right?
A
I did.
Say a
specific canyon
specific
that is grand,
So
which
it,
is
you know,
subjective. So it could be any canyon.
but I put it in your brain, so you know it's something to think about.
Yeah.
You know,
Thanks.
how many
that's all right.
canyons do you know of, Molly?
My asshole,
All right,
Mhm.
of course.
your asshole,
Okay,
Thank
that's
you.
two.
Andy's asshole,
Of
That's
course.
three.
3.
Alex. I know we just met, but your asshole.
That's
Obviously,
four,
yeah.
obviously.
And then there's like 7.7 billion people in the world, so they're assholes.
Right.
And then the Grand Canyon.
All right,
Yeah.
so 7.7
Next
billion and
question.
one.
That's a lot.
Justin, is this how you usually write music? Do you go?
Yeah, you
do you go
insert
lyrics first?
instrumental.
Sometimes I'll think of a tune and then I'll see what words go into that. Sometimes I'll play a tune first and then try to cram words into it. You know,
As hard
it's
as
a
you can.
beautiful process.
My process is sort of like I'll listen to a song and then see how I can fit the phrase "eat my ass" into it.
Right. So that's
We know.
different.
We know.
Yeah.
What's an
I
example
actually
of
missed
that?
an opportunity
Alex.
last week when I said when I said
Alex,
I'm
please.
a believer. It should have been then I
Oh,
ate
yeah.
her ass. Now
Ass.
I'm an ass eater
Yeah, that
instead
remember
of
this.
I'm a believer, and I missed that
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah,
so
you did,
to come back
but
and
I'm glad you got to shoehorn it into this one.
exactly. Don't say shoehorn like I forced it.
You
it
did.
couldn't have been more.
What is
More-
a shoehorn? Is a shoehorn the thing that
You've
helps
never
you get
used
into
one?
the shoe?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
so the
I used to
shoehorn
have
it
to
in is
use
kind of like
one
okay.
in
So I get
middle
it.
So it's
school.
like a heel helper, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a pair of shoes that needed a shoehorn, and my parents would have to assist me. It was like really dramatic.
You were such a
Were they like
diva.
really rigid back
I
shoes?
guess I don't remember exactly what the pair of shoes were, but I do remember the trauma of like before school having to go into my parents' room and ask them to help me with the shoehorn, and then pray that we didn't have gym class that day.
Right, because
Oh god,
I'd
then
be
you'd be
stuck.
stuck.
You'd be fucked.
Oh no.
Or I could bring a shoehorn to school, but who does that?
be stuck in my Adidas all day.
That's exactly what Molly sounds like too.
And then I ate her ass.
I'm an ass eater.
Alex, what's
Very
your
good.
songwriting process? Just give us a little dip into it.
A lesson, if you will.
Help
I mean,
us.
Molly pretty much nailed it, honestly. That's
Oh.
pretty
That's
much
right.
Right.
what
And it shines
I would
through.
no, I would say mine is more similar to Justin's than Molly's if I'm being truthful.
Of course.
um,
To each
I-
their own.
yeah, that's true. So I like writing a lot with a loop pedal. So I set up my music that way. So I like have some kind of like a riff going, and then I have like a catchy phrase that'll come in like eating her ass, like
Right.
eating their ass, eating their ass. And then
Oh.
if I find it that it fits to the riff, I'll be like, I'm eating my ass, eating my
Great song.
ass. And then I'll throw in like a key change, a little
course.
bridge,
Okay.
a chorus.
Whoa.
All of a sudden you have yourself a song.
Instrumental
What
break.
loop are we going with? Using the boss pedal?
Oh,
What are we
look
talking
at you
about?
knowing the
No,
lingo.
just a couple gearheads cutting it up.
In a
Sorry,
rug.
guys.
Yeah, I have
Real
a. I don't.
musicians
I,
gotta
don't. Like,
talk.
I don't. But I don't know really. I'm not like a. I don't know anything about the equipment that I have.
Me
So
neither.
it's really,
I
I get into like tough positions when people ask me like what kind of pedals I use, and I'm like, well, that's a green one and a blue one. Well, you kind of have to be there to see it.
yeah, that's why I only gave one
You had to
example.
be there.
That was all you had.
That's all I knew.
I think it's called a ditto.
Okay. never
Justin.
heard of
Ditto.
that.
Yeah.
What color is
Okay,
it?
for sure.
Dude, not-
Mine's red.
mine's gray.
Shit, that's
It has a black knob on it though.
that's dope.
Justin's colorblind,
cool.
so even if it is
Oh,
just
yeah,
the
it's probably
colors, it's
not
like he
red.
still doesn't know.
Wait, Justin, you're colorblind?
Yeah.
When were you gonna freaking tell me that, dude?
I didn't think it would come up right now, dude. I'm really sorry.
Sorry
Should
for
have been
outing
the first
you.
thing you told him.
Well, it did.
Should have.
And now it's too late.
Fucked.
Sorry.
Anyways,
Yikes.
Alex, do you have an entry of sorts that we could read and dissect?
Tell us your
I
secret.
sure do. I sure do. And before I read that, I'm going to change my outfit really quick.
Whoa.
This is-
Ooh.
A
It's gonna be just-
costume?
This is going to be just for the podcast listeners. This
Holy
outfit change.
shit.
God.
But I don't know if y'all know, but I have a cool hat.
He's got a
Whoa.
cool hat
Yeah.
with a.
We're the
Is
cool
it a
hat
Tinder
boys.
thing on it? It's just
No,
a
it's
fire.
the Canadian
It's a Canadian
Olympics.
maple leaf
Excuse me.
with a suede
Canada
brim.
Tinder.
It's a suede
Potato,
brim that has a
potato.
paisley
I
underside.
thought I saw
You
paisley
Never
under
see
there.
a paisley hat.
That's fucking
It
sick.
has it's a black base with a red maple leaf,
Yes.
and underneath it is the Olympics logo.
Oh, very
And then on the
cool.
back, it says Atlanta 1996.
Wow.
Oh, hell
Whoa,
yeah.
and that was a real
Those
year.
Olympics were.
That's
It was.
Yeah.
That's a
That's sick.
badass
Exactly.
hat. I forgot to
So-
mention that. You told me when I should intro you to mention that you
Yeah.
have a cool hat. I forgot.
I was really hoping that you'd lead with that,
Damn it,
so as to make this
Justin.
part a little bit less like I was
Ah.
forcing it.
Right.
Alex, you
should've
Shoehorning
asked
it, if you
me.
will.
I do just feel very chill and cool in this hat, so I felt like,
Those are the vibes we're getting.
yeah, yeah, Molly. I guess I should have asked you.
Yeah.
You did
I'm
did
good at
DM me from
shoehorning.
your Molly
I DM'd you.
Moonchild relics or something.
That's my
Yeah,
thing.
that's what it was. Yeah,
Shameless plug.
exactly.
There you go.
But yeah, I'll remember to do that for the next time I'm on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
So I was deciding what journal to pick from. I'm not a journaler, and this like I don't journal every single day,
Mhm.
but I have like
Neither do we.
amassed journals. So I have this is my high school journal
Okay.
Mm.
that I wrote all of my
That's
old
the
high school
tea.
songs in. I opened this. I hadn't opened this one in a while, and I realized that this is actually a dream journal.
Ooh.
Nice.
Because after my freshman year, my high school into college freshman relationship ended, I became really interested in lucid dreaming.
Mm.
Totally.
So
gonna
I was like
ask.
trying to like control my dreams and
Right.
stuff.
I did that once in
So-
8th grade.
Yeah.
Never
Were
again.
you
And I
able
have-
to?
I was able to. I
So-
had
That's
sex.
crazy. Whoa.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I was trying to do. That or fly.
Right.
Whoa.
It's one or
One of
the
those
other.
two.
Yeah.
So I was gonna read like a journal entry about a dream that I had, but then I realized that maybe that's not the
Why?
most interesting thing.
That's interesting. Do whatever you want.
But because then I found an even more interesting journal entry,
Okay.
Ooh.
which I wrote while having a psychedelic experience.
Oh yeah. Too much boot.
What are we talking?
Too much.
He was sauced on
Some
the
holotrophic
Oh God.
breath work.
Mm-hmm. Something like that. So here is my journal entry. This
Oh,
is
I can't
from
wait.
December 17th, 2017.
Oh,
Worst
wow.
year of my life.
All right. Did you say worst year of your life?
Hey, it's
Well, it was
Alex's
the
entry,
end.
Molly.
It was the end of the worst year of your life. So we were just wrapping it
That's
up.
so true,
That's a
Alex.
good way to
Mhm.
see it.
It was the
Wow.
start of a new beginning for you.
Thank God. Yeah, 2018 was lit.
This starts off pretty intensely. What are we all so afraid of? Or, I guess, what am I so afraid of? What is the difference that puts a pen to the fucking page and then keeps it there for 500 pages? Doris Kearns Goodwin, you little bitch. Just kidding. I love your book about Lincoln's cabinet. She wrote a book called Team of Rivals, which is about Lincoln's cabinet during the Civil War. I love your book about Lincoln's cabinet, but also Lincoln was a little bitch boy too. We're all bitch boys and bitch girls, all sitting around and hoping everything will just sort of figure itself out. So here I am, Alex McGuire. See, I signed my own journal entry. Eating a juicy ripe mango and
Ooh.
having a psychedelic experience.
Mhm.
I was watching the 11-2 Eagles play the 2-11 Giants when I realized that I don't care what happens one way or the other, which isn't a particularly hot take on the subject, but still made me realize that I could just turn the game off, I wrote in all capitals. And then I said, oops, I almost forgot. And then I misspelled forgot. And then I said, oh no, I almost forgot how to spell forgot while I was going back to talk about how I almost forgot how to spell the word game in all capital letters. Because I have a typo when I said game.
Sure.
I don't know. It's
For sure.
Typo, it's handwritten.
Whatever.
He's high. Don't worry about it.
Right.
And I said, I did remember in all caps that writing doesn't need to fit inside any constraints. And I wrote the words in like a swirling kind of word. And then I wrote constraints in big letters on the top of the next page. And I
Very
said,
punk.
so this next part is going to be tough to like visualize, but it's kind of like Mollie's, your watercolor
Trust
journal
us.
entry that you did.
We got it.
Then I said, because you can just like write anywhere you want to. I wrote like over on one corner of the page, especially when you've got a nice flowing uniball eye pen. Oh, wait. As long as you've got a nice flowing uniball eye, which is the name of the pen I'm writing with.
This whole entry is an ad for the pen.
Sometimes writing seems scary and stupid and pointless because it is, you loser. And then I did a picture of a guy yelling loser.
I see that.
That's
Nice.
Beautiful.
And then I said, hey, shut up, you dick, like to the guy who'd said that. And I said, geez, some people. And I said, oh God, now I have a new idea, but my brain wanted me to wait till I had a full page to work with. Oh wow, here we are at the outset of a fresh new page. Maybe it's a metaphor, or maybe I should wait until the next page. And that took up an entire page.
Of course.
Killed a tree.
So then, at the time of writing, I'm about to go to the fridge to get something to eat, except I can't tell if I'm really hungry or just bored. But I also weigh 130 pounds, so it probably wouldn't hurt. But now I'm a quasi-vegetarian, so I'll have to really stick with it. I don't even know what that means, really. My mom says I should juice up a pound of celery and drink it every day for my acid reflux. I wrote in big words. Acid reflux is something that I never knew about, which is now actively trying to ruin my life every single fucking day. But I also kind of deserve it because I love spicy food. That's not true. I think / know that my office life is stressing me out. And what I was trying to say at the top of the page was that I'm 24 years old and I half want to be a successful businessman, and the other half would like to be a performer with his name on somebody's favorite podcast. Which is why I thought I would read this specific journal entry.
So
That's right.
relevant.
I want to be a big podcast star, so people will ask me about my craft and my childhood and other boring stuff like that.
Oh, you did it!
You fucking did it,
I want to
dude.
be a big podcast star.
You made it, dude. And you're going to be so disappointed when I show you the download numbers that we get.
Dream big.
Oh
I
my
love the
That
part
was
that's like,
amazing.
incredible.
my mom said it will help my acid reflux.
It moves like a cartoon. Like you somehow
Yeah.
with words created like a fully animated storyboarded like cartoon. It
For
just was just
real.
rapid fire like vines that
That'll-
connected.
Yeah, it's like a Scott Pilgrim
Yeah.
film of
Yeah.
journal entries.
Oh,
I have a
interesting.
question.
Yeah, well, I was watching a lot of Vine in 2017.
There it is.
Yes,
Weren't
Molly?
we all?
And maybe this is a small minutia, but the mango you were eating, was it like
Mm.
cut up into spears? Were you just biting into a fully peeled mango? I was trying to picture it. And then at some point you finished eating the mango and then you went to the fridge. I wonder how much time passed.
Fair question. Let's see.
Let me
Let's
check my timestamps
He's
on my
checking
journal.
his
So here I am eating a juicy, ripe mango.
were they
Usually you would say a
spears?
ripe, juicy mango, right?
Mango
Uh,
spears or
Um, No, I think what I would do is I'll chop a mango in
Mhm.
half, and then I'll
like
cut
a tortoise shell,
Yeah.
and then you pull it.
inside of it, and then I'll scoop it out.
Oh.
That's the only way to eat a
That's
good
a good
mango.
Andy's a big
That's
mango
my
guy.
dad's trick.
Andy's big mango boy.
Don't fucking talk for me. I love mangoes.
I was prompting you.
Don't
You
fucking-
dickling.
Don't put me up
We
to
said
talk.
Hey,
exactly what you said.
Excuse you.
This is awesome, though. Thank you so much.
Oh, what a golden entry.
Bitch
That
boys
was
and
really
bitch girls.
That's
Yeah,
all we are.
living on Bitch
Yeah.
Island.
Yep.
I've heard
Questionably
a
sexist.
yoga teacher say before, we're all just open wounds walking around bumping into each other. That's sort of what that
Ew.
reminded me of.
And
I heard
that's-
someone said that we were all just
It's
gaping
true.
assholes bumping into each other.
Did I say
Oof,
that? Sounds like
I
something
think
I
you
would
did
say.
actually.
It's very Mollie-esque.
Sounds like something I would say because it's true and I only speak the truth.
Right.
I love the idea of you watching a sports game and also while journaling while watching a sports game is already funny. And then journaling of you realizing like, I don't even care what happens. And
So
then turning it
empowering.
off.
Oh, I think
So
what it was
funny.
is that I was watching it, and then I realized I didn't care, and then I started my journal entry. I actually remember because I went into
Mm.
the kitchen to write my entry at my old apartment in New
Mm.
Haven, where I was
Wow.
just living by myself. So I turned the
Oh.
game off
Wow.
and went into an entirely other room.
Oh.
Felt like a big deal.
The human condition, man.
Really?
I like this like very real moment at the beginning when you said, "What are we afraid of?
Mm.
What am I afraid of? What's
So
the
funny.
difference?" But then that led into someone writing a 500-page book.
Right.
Doris.
It was like
Yeah.
poetry because what's the difference like worked for that first question, what's the difference? And then it also worked into the next paragraph about the 500-page thing.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
Yeah.
That was deep.
I wanted an instrumental break, but other than that, perfect entry.
I love that I'm a quasi-vegetarian, so I really gotta commit. Like you're committing to being like kind of a vegetarian.
quasi-vegetarian. Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
So
I had
great.
steak tacos last night.
Of course.
Congrats.
how's the celery juice thing
Yeah, it
going?
didn't help with my acid reflux.
Yeah,
Oh,
celery's
yeah.
nasty.
I do have a juicer though. I do have a smoothie maker.
Can you drink coffee?
I'm drinking it right
Well,
now.
So does that
Ooh.
reflect the acid?
It's not good for it.
Okay.
That's why I just drink it out of a small little cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes
Little
Cute
sense.
and
cup.
small, just like me.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy has a little cup.
I use little cups.
Ooh.
I like little cups.
Oh, that was Justin. That was one of your song, the almost a rap. I was listening to that earlier. You make a reference to that said people call you a little teacup. And I thought it was gonna
On
gonna
the
be like
streets.
I'm a little teapot, like short. I thought you were gonna say like it was because you were short and stout,
Right.
but you instead said you said people call me a teapot because I am so hot. It was like it was just like a switch.
It's like that's how I interpret it in my head. It must be
it's like
because
they're
I'm so
actually
hot.
calling you because you're short and stout.
Of course.
Anyways.
Man, that's fun. I haven't listened to those songs in years. So I recorded all those in my closet in high school. I like put sheets over all the walls and just took my guitar in there and had a mic and then just did it. Yeah.
From a young age, he had a deep understanding of sound quality.
Nice.
Yeah, I
that can
don't know
only
where that
help
went.
you in the podcast game.
Yeah.
Big podcast star.
Alex, thank you so much for the entry. It was fantastic.
Oh, so good.
We've got a little segment today.
Oh, yeah,
everyone.
we do. Saggy Peggy.
Saggy
Goes
Peggy.
on.
What we want to do is we want to hear everyone's guilty pleasure songs. What's that song? What's that
Row.
musician that you like to listen to, but you don't really want to tell anyone else about it? Justin?
For my guilty pleasure song, I chose Chamber of Reflection by Mac DeMarco because it's a freaking banger and I love it, but it's exploited into a trope of indie boy douchebags
Yeah,
that
it's you, man.
unfortunately I do kind of fit in and I resent it. And I think TikTok also blew it out. I mean, over the past few years, Mac DeMarco himself has been like a guilty pleasure of mine because it's such a
Yeah.
It's a personality liking his music, I think.
Yeah,
But, you know, I'm a sucker for those
I
tunes.
hear that.
I don't know if we'll get copyright struck, but I'll play like 5 seconds of it. Is that
That
You
should be
reasonable?
fine.
Because no one's listening.
Spend some time away. Get ready for
Yeah.
Makes me want to cry glitter tears.
It makes me
yes.
feel like I'm in Justin's old Harlem apartment
That was the
It makes me-
vibe.
where he was constantly yelling at me like, I'm indie, I'm not popular. We were always doing that too, so
I
it makes
know.
sense.
Yeah, I had a big individuality complex I still struggle with today.
The human condition.
For
Yeah.
real. Molly, what's your guilty pleasure?
I resent the question. I want to change the rhetoric.
Oh, no.
Because
Too late for Justin.
I have a pleasure.
Wow.
I have a song that's pleasurable, but I am not guilty about it.
Okay.
I changed
that.
my song
Love
several
this.
times because of this sentiment.
I'm proud.
How dare you?
It's called Let's Get Crazy by one Hannah Montana.
Hey.
Whoa.
Wow,
Life
not even
is just
Miley?
a party, so no, it's Hannah Montana.
Wow.
Okay.
Throwback.
It comes off the album Hannah Montana 3.
My first
Wait,
crush.
please continue, Molly. You were in
Oh
the
yeah, I
middle
was
of
gonna
singing
sing.
it.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'll sing it with her, Andy.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1. Oh.
I don't know what.
She's on the red
I
carpet
don't know
and
when
they're
it
taking
starts.
pictures. Here we go.
Lyrics what? Okay.
Life is just a party, so come as you are. Dress it up or dress it down. Don't forget your guitar.
Oh my god.
Just be
You're
courageous.
glitching. Your mic
The style's contagious. Everyone can rock out like a superstar.
Don't forget your
Awesome.
guitar.
Don't forget
Wow.
it.
And so
that's
you're
like
not
the whole
guilty?
thing. I'm not
To
guilty.
be clear.
I'm not guilty. But I feel like if anyone else liked that song, it would maybe be guilty. So that's why
Sure.
I chose it. But I'm loud and proud, baby.
I respect
Wow.
that.
I love it.
That's awesome.
I can go next. Mine is I was thinking about this, and it's like, how guilty am I about? You know, I listen to a lot of to Kesha, like Kesha vibes, you know, and so one of the songs it's not really like Kesha, but same era is
So now.
Rocketeer by Far East Movement.
Ooh, that drop.
Oh, here we go. Go.
Yo.
Takes me back to bat mitzvah year.
Shout out to Bruno
so
Mars,
fly.
though, making the comeback with Silk Sonic with Anderson .Paak.
No way.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't
listened to that
hear?
earlier.
Love
Yeah,
Anderson
that's-
.Paak.
Wow.
It's
I haven't
a
heard that.
it's
yet.
a
like
real R&B revival. I think.
Hey, I'm gonna listen.
Oh, the
up.
Bruno Mars
Ander-
thing? Is that what you just said?
Yeah,
Yeah. With
think-
Anderson .Paak, yeah.
yeah. I
fair
think
enough.
Anderson could have done it without Bruno, but you know,
Obviously.
it works.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really
I'm
good.
not a big Bruno stan, but I'm a huge Anderson .Paak stan.
Yeah, it works. It sounds great. You should.
Wait,
check
Andy,
it.
so what's that? What was that song called? And it was by Kesha?
It's by Far East Movement.
Okay, Far
Femme.
East Movement.
That
Okay,
era of
The
like
era is bat mitzvah year, so we were
Yes.
like 12 years old.
Wow. And you got, 12 years old. Do you know I've never been to a bat mitzvah or a bar mitzvah?
me
No
neither.
kidding.
Oh my
I
God.
hosted
I
one
would have invited you guys.
Wait, what?
Hosted
When?
one?
at the studio.
No
And,
way. Someone
um,
had their bar mitzvah there.
Yeah, and I was yelled at many times by the mom
Of course.
because like the elevator wasn't coming down
Ugh.
fast enough. It was a manual elevator. I had to bring it down. She's like, "My mother is freezing out there.
Ugh.
Can you hurry up? She's 85." I was like,
Why were you hosting it?
It was at the studio I worked at. We rented it out. We had to
Oh,
make
okay.
money.
I thought you were
and,
saying studio apartment. I was like,
No.
Why were you hosting?
Hey, anybody want to have a
in
bar
your studio
mitzvah?
apartment?
Anybody?
I got
I'll
hits.
host.
I got hits on the Craigslist ad.
Stories like that make me think of my high school rabbi. Like anytime some like Jewish person would do something that makes Jewish people look bad, he would say that's bad news for the Jews. And that's a story that's bad news for the
I mean,
Jews.
I didn't put her in a category of Jewish people. But it was funny because it was ironic because then she gave she was a nightmare the entire time.
Of
So
course.
mean to all the working staff. And then she gave a
Bad news
speech
for the Jews.
about
Oh, no.
being patient and loving and kind to one another. And I was like, you fucking asshole. She spent like $1 million on this kid's bar mitzvah. They put an ice
course.
sculpture in the elevator.
What?
Like, this boy's
How did
12.
humans
Manual
fit?
elevator.
It was
in the
manual. It
elevator?
was like 13 feet long.
A freight elevator.
It was a freight
Giant.
elevator, like in a old garage that
Did
was
you
renovated
lick the
into an art
sculpture?
studio. So we'd bring
For good luck. Yeah.
vehicles up.
You get your tongue stuck to it. What
Yeah.
was the sculpture of the kid?
I don't remember. I think it was
so
a goose.
terrifying.
A goose?
Like, why?
Because they're
Oh,
elegant.
goose liver.
Hey, full circle. Full circle.
Wait, were we talking about that?
No.
That was
Molly was
before.
doing a crossword from before.
Not to
Right,
brag, but I
um,
do Wednesday puzzles.
It was the
The
preamble.
hint was goose liver, and we are just bringing it full circle.
Right.
Good
But
times.
just for us. Sorry, everyone else.
Molly, that's a great idea for like a movie that you could write a script
Goose
for
liver?
called Bad News. No, Bad News Jews. Yeah, or just Bad
Okay.
News Jews, like Bad News Bears.
You could write it, obviously.
It's like a-
we won't, but you could for sure.
Yeah, you could.
It's
For
my
sure you could.
IP.
Alex, what is your guilty pleasure song? Did you find one?
Yeah, I sure did, and I think I subscribed to Molly's
Hell yeah.
thoughts on this as well.
Mhm.
He
Being
resents
loud and
the
proud.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I resent the question. So I didn't pick a specific song, but I'll give you a specific song. But my guilty pleasure is the entirety of the Smash Mouth Astro Lounge album,
Nice.
Hell yes.
which was like a
I'm
concept
an
album.
ass-eater. Not a
Exactly.
tree.
So that's again referencing that again. So I thought you would appreciate that, Molly, from a Smash Mouth
Smash
perspective.
ass.
So this is the album, of course, that has All Star on it. It also has Come On, Come On.
All the hits.
Come on, come on.
Oh,
And but it
yeah.
also has, well, it has a lot of, the whole album is really good. Like there's not a lot of skips on this album. So what I'll offer up is the song Who's There
Who's there?
by Smash Mouth, the lead off track
First
from
track.
Astro Lounge.
Knock, knock. Yeah.
You look to the stars for answers. Your face glowing in bloom.
Wow.
Smile.
This is for sure.
There's something out there.
For sure what I was hearing during your entry. This is the soundtrack. Like absolutely. That whole song was blasting the whole time.
What's so funny to me is that
Yeah.
in my ears, you're like a second
CD.
delay. So you sound like you're listening to it for the first time, but trying to pretend like you know
Trying
all
to
the
copy
words.
it.
Like a dad in the car.
I know the words, I swear. Yeah, I've had this CD since I was in camp when I was a small
Damn.
boy.
Hot damn.
And we had to do a dance. We had to do a dance recital to the song All Star. So then
Well, are
my
you
parents-
gonna?
that's the same reason why I have a no strings attached CD by
That's
NSYNC.
awesome.
Oh my God.
Of course.
The reason I found out about the Backstreet Boys is because I went to like the local CD like record store when I was in third
my
grade
gosh.
because our song was what's No Strings Attached, right? What's the song? What's the big song from NSYNC?
Justin?
Backstreet's back. All right.
No, from NSYNC.
Oh,
What's Justin
shit.
Timberlake? What's the big one?
Don't do this to
Wow.
us, Alex.
I'm the wrong
Stink.
person.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye.
Oh, Dick in a Box.
living here tonight. Relax. Relax. Okay. So I went to a record store looking to purchase that, but I didn't know like who it was by. But at the record store, I bought this CD because I was like, oh, this is like a boy band. This must be the CD. And I had actually bought Millennium by the Backstreet Boys, which is like a classic Backstreet Boys album. So my sister and I like listened to the whole album all the way through, dancing along. And then by the time we got to the end, we realized that Bye
Oh
Bye
my
Bye
God.
wasn't by the Backstreet Boys. So then we had to go back
That's so
again
funny.
to the store.
That,
And like this is like before like
At that
Google.
point,
Oh
you're
my
just
God.
like,
I
you
can
know,
like,
I'll just take all your freaking boy band albums. Screw it.
A
I
tasting
bet
menu.
NSYNC and Backstreet Boys get confused with each other a lot.
I
Kind
mean,
of
I just
sucks.
did it, and that was genuine.
Oh yeah.
People can be so ignorant. It's like
So-
not all
Yes.
white boy bands are the same.
Christ.
Just kidding, they are.
You're so true.
They all start with songs that say,
Oh.
"Yo,
Except for Backstreet's Back.
They
They don't.
yo."
Oh wait. Yes and yes.
Whoa.
Yes,
And
and no.
The Jonas Brothers also do that.
What the fuck song
And the
is that?
Naked Brothers Band.
I
The
always
Naked
like
Brothers Band. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
weird band name, right?
You guys are younger than me, so I think that's like. But my sister is 3 years younger than me. How old are you guys? Like 20?
Yeah, exactly. I turned 23 in February. Every time I turn a new age, I say like, "Oh, I just turned this age," up until like the next year.
I'm 23
Nice.
with the palate of a 5-year-old.
Great.
Andy's 24.
No. I'm not.
He
No.
muted himself. The siren went on. In the middle of defending yourself, you had to panic mute
You're
yourself.
lucky I care about the audio quality. I'm going to mute myself when there's a siren, but I'm not 24. I'm
Andy's
23.
23 going on 50.
Oh my god.
There's a lot wrong with my body.
Same.
Yes.
Wait, Molly, why do you have the palate of a 5-year-old?
I just love sugar. I love rainbow sprinkles. I don't like dark chocolate. I don't like a lot of
When I
savory
hang out with
things.
Molly, sometimes I'll offer to like go buy some candy, and she requests the strangest candies that are never at the store. And like, if I'm like, well, they don't have hot tamales, she has a list of like 3 other ones that I'm like,
Do
these
they
are
have
not,
chewable
like...
runts? Nerd rope? I mean,
I feel
shit.
like Molly would be like are you like a fun dip person?
No, I was for a while, but I'm over it. I am a
That's a
baby
classic.
bottle pop
Okay.
girl,
Ew.
but I
Baby
like when they
bottle
have
pop,
like the
baby
the
bottle
nerds almost, when it's not just like the sugar powder to dip it in. I like when it's thick, but I'm really a blue sour sticks gal through and through.
And like, you can't just find
sweets.
those.
Andy, then maybe you shouldn't ask me what kind of candy I want,
I
right?
never will again.
Yeah, because you know what she
'Cause you
wants.
know
You
what I
know what
want.
she fucking wants.
You know what
prick.
I fucking want, prack.
So don't ask, just provide. Or shut up.
Show,
shut up
don't
about it.
tell.
Crack.
We'll be right
Yeah.
back with some improv.
Beth,
Huh?
I wrote you this card.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
It goes,
sit
it-
down. Sit down next to me.
okay. It goes, roses are red, violets are blue. Beth, you're so stinky.
Stop.
Do
Stop right there.
you love it?
Why are you so afraid? You have nothing to be afraid of. Don't cry. Don't cry. You have nothing to be afraid of. Look at us. We're alone in this park, presumably. We're alone in the park. It's just me and you. We've known each other for quite a while.
Yeah.
Take the poem from the top.
I'll
I'm
take it
sure
from the
I'm sure you
top.
can read it.
Sorry, it's just a big deal.
It's okay.
Roses are red,
Right. Classic.
violets are blue. Beth, you're so stinky. You remind me of poo.
Keep going.
Oh shit.
Excuse us.
Whoa.
My colleague and I are here coming from a poetry reading in a basement of a Brooklyn apartment. And we just happened to walk by and I noticed you, ma'am, in the black turtleneck reading just
Yeah.
such an beautiful poem.
We
Thank
would
you.
be honored to have you in the shit shack.
Are you serious?
What? The shit shack? Is that the name of your basement?
It's our
It is a
commune.
commune.
Whoa. Well, hey, fellas, we're only 13 years old, so we don't want to get pulled into some adult weird
Well,
stuff.
hang on, Beth. Hang on.
James,
Tell us
think-
more about the
I think
commune.
we're in the presence of a couple of prodigies here.
Oliver, I couldn't agree more.
These
Beth, it
bastards
feels so
are
good to be
13.
seen.
Tell them about the bat mitzvahs that we also host.
You guys, do you guys happen to be Jewish?
Yeah.
You're
Technically.
kidding.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
We have been trying to host a bar mitzvah for 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Are you
we've
guys
been trying
Jewish?
to.
Not at all.
No, not a
Why
lick.
do you? So you want to host a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah?
Both.
Bar, bot, bitch, we got you.
A bitch mitzvah.
Yeah, it's a bitch mitzvah. Look at the
My
shit
sister
shack.
had one of those.
Yeah.
A bitch
I bet she
mitzvah at
did.
the shit shack. That sounds like a dream.
We
Wow.
cut to the bitch mitzvah at the shit shack.
Tonight's gonna be a good night. 'Cause tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah, tonight's.
There's
Beth,
a
this
ice
is lit.
sculpture of a worm in the middle of the dance floor, but it's just an ice cube that's kind of long.
Could be whatever
man.
you want.
I love this song. What about you guys? Do you love this song too?
I also love this song, Beth.
Hey, no
Cool.
getting horny.
Oh, fuck. Caught me.
Sorry.
Hey, we're all having a good time here.
Can you blame us?
Speech.
It's a
Someone's-
nudist commune.
Someone's grandma's outside trying to
Oh,
get
shit.
in, but
Does she have purple hair?
she does, but she has all of her clothes on still.
Oh, that's me, Ma. Let her in.
How old is she?
All right. Yeah, how old is she?
The door creaks open. Mima steps in. It's a loud thud.
She
Hey, I just gotta say, Mima, you are giving off some serious hormones here, and we're trying to make sure nobody gets horny right now.
and this is a nudist commune, so we really can't have such open displays of horniness like this. How about Mima? How about you go ahead and take a seat over on the side there? Get yourself a glass of punch.
She takes
Okay.
3 large thudding steps.
She slips on the ice cube, the worm sculpture.
Oh my God, she slipped.
Jesus Christ.
Shut it
Scene.
down. Shut it down. I
I'm
actually
sorry.
call my grandma Mimo.
I
We
know.
can't.
I love
we
your
can't-
Mima too. I felt horrible.
Thank you guys so much for having me and my business partner, Alex. We're here to pitch you, Big Pens, an awesome ad so you can get into the biz and get that new demographic. Ain't that right, Alex?
That's absolutely right. Hey, best way to sell a pen is, hey, I need you to write something down.
All right, so we're passing out a piece of paper to you guys because you got to write something down right now.
Okay, usually we have our meetings scheduled.
What's up?
Generally we'll have pitch meetings scheduled through our secretary
And
then we'll
approved.
and
also.
approved.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
then
the
you-
problem. That's the problem with penciling in on the schedule, okay? When you
Yeah.
pencil it in, it's not permanent and it can be erased at any time by anybody, including us, before we arrived here today.
That's
All right?
absolutely true. Meetings are a pencil medium. We're moving to pens, baby, because you're big and you sell pens, and we erased your calendars, and you look like you're free, and we've got you in a corner. So
Jesus
take these
Christ.
pieces of papers and write down something you care about, something you love. You got 3 seconds.
3,
No.
2,
Okay.
1.
Let me see those papers. Actually, read them out loud to us.
Yeah,
you go
please do.
first.
All right, I wrote down my 2 daughters.
That's what I wrote down too. My kids. Okay, I guess I can change it.
Boring. Were you looking
Excuse
for
you.
something more interesting, more fun to grab Gen Z by the
Balls!
and bring them into the big family?
Who let you guys into this building?
My dad.
We're the big boys. We get into any building,
Big boys.
anytime, any day.
The big
Anywhere.
boys.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
sorry.
the big boys. We're the little big boys.
Molly, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Listen.
Hey, no, we'll do
no,
that
No.
too.
step back.
not with you guys.
Not
with
you,
you.
you guys step
This is
Can
aside.
we join
separate.
the circle?
No,
Not
you
at
can't.
all.
So
This
I
is
should
private.
step backwards.
That's yes.
Okay. Because I'm right next to you right now.
Yeah,
No,
I'm gonna
your-
need you to move backwards.
Your breath smells like artichokes.
Yeah, I had artichoke pizza. All right, I'll back up.
Disgusting.
Can't get enough of that artichoke pizza.
It's really good.
What's
Listen,
up, Justin?
Molly, I know this might sound crazy, but
Yeah.
we have been missing that Gen Z market. We are not hitting the 13 to 20 range. And,
That's
you
true.
know, maybe
They're all
this is
going
the kick in the
digital.
butt we need. Maybe it is because we're scheduling these meetings.
No, don't listen to that logic. What,
I'm
we
just-
should just let people walk in off the street and pitch stuff at us? I mean,
That's-
we're lucky that they came in with brilliance like Bic boys, but
I-
not
I-
all of them are going to be like that.
Listen, I read the other day that in an article that the guy who made the flaming hot Cheetos was just some janitor, like just some guy. So I'm thinking maybe
You read
this
an article?
could be our flame. Why is that surprising?
I didn't say. I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, I saw it. Maybe it was a video, but
We
regardless.
see over in the corner of the room, the janitor for the building is there with a mustache, just slowly eating flaming hot Cheetos.
Hey,
and
Steve.
staring. Oh, hello. Don't mind me.
I guess
Little
you're
do
right,
they know.
Justin. There is genius everywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Let's
what?
get-
We're Bic
Let's
boys
just
now?
listen to them. Let's listen to them. Let's hear them
Okay,
finish
okay,
the
fine.
pitch.
Okay.
All right, boys.
Couldn't help
no-
but
Yeah,
oh, sorry. No, please, you go.
You go.
Sorry.
I mean,
Floor
was
is
gonna-
yours.
yeah.
Floor is ours.
Couldn't help but overhear and you say that you were part of the big boys, but it's not just big boys. It could be big girls, big whoever, they, them. We're all big people.
Welcome to the big
know?
family. All right. This is the freaking people. And you see Steve over there? You think Steve just got here?
Yes.
No,
No.
He's his dad.
He's my dad.
And he's who let him in this building in the first place.
Thanks, Dad.
Steve, what did we say? What did we talk about?
Well, the pens
Nepotism.
are permanent.
Remember we talked about nepotism, Steve?
No, Dad, say the pitch you're about to say.
Yeah, but they didn't write it down for you, did they, Steve? Or if they did, they wrote it in pencil, which is a impermanent medium.
Well, we didn't write it down and we didn't write it in pencil.
We didn't know that we needed to do that.
But listen,
Frankly, we're execs at this agency and I resent being spoken to like this.
what exactly are you guys pitching us? Because we work for Bic.
We
We're
work
already
for
selling.
Bic. You guys are selling us our own product.
We're selling pens across the globe. I'm not.
You're
It
trying to
sounds like you're
market
trying
it?
to pitch us pens.
We know about pens.
You know about pens?
What?
We know about pens.
But what about Bic pens?
Yeah,
We
that's
are
our
Bic.
company.
It
We
says
are Bic.
Bic on the building.
Wait, Alex,
Wait.
I'm confused. Can we have a
Andy.
sidebar?
Andy,
Yeah.
guess.
Okay.
What's-
Andy, you told me that the best place to sell a Bic pen would be Bic. They're the exact people. They're the perfect market.
Yeah, it's like they obviously love Bic, so like why would they not buy Bic? They work there.
You told me your dad's the freaking janitor here. You told me you had an in with
Well,
these people. I thought this would be
Well,
smooth
that's
sailing.
why I thought we'd be smooth sailing, but my dad's over here chomping on Cheetos louder than when I have acid reflux coming out my butt. So it's freaking ruining the vibe. And these execs they got something so far up their pieces of, I can't even make words.
You're shouting.
Justin, I can't quite
Can
put
we have
my
a
finger on
sidebar for
it,
1
but
second?
Sorry.
the vibe is weird.
Yeah.
The vibe is
Yeah.
a little off.
It's a little. I think they're trying to sell us pens.
That's not a. Of course.
How about this? How about you sell us a
No.
pen if you're so freaking
If
smooth?
No.
you sell us a pen, then we promise not to kill you.
What?
Hey, Doc.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Nice new waiting room.
Oh, thank you. It's
Yeah.
Midwestern themed.
Yeah, no, I had an hour and a half to notice that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we really do appreciate your patience as a patient.
That's funny.
That works every time.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Lots of
Uh,
cornfields in the waiting room.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Just fields
Cows.
of
How'd you get those
maize.
cows in there? Do you walk them down Park Avenue?
That's exactly what we did. We walked them right down Park Avenue, right up into the door. And you know the thing about cows? You can't lead a cow out of an apartment. So once they're there for life.
That is the thing about cows.
Mm-hmm. So what can we help you with today?
Well, there's no easy way to say this, but my asshole is gaping
Mm.
open in a way that's sort of there are people living in my asshole because of how big it is. That's one.
Oh, I think I heard
His name
one
is
of them.
Timothy.
Help me!
Alright.
I'm out of
Timothy-
soap.
Don't worry, Tim. We're at the doctor. He's gonna help us.
I just need some
Ooh.
more soap for my dishes.
Is he asking for groceries?
He's
right
asking
now?
for dish soap
Like-
because he sort of has a
I'm
full
comfortable in
apartment.
here.
in
I
there.
just need some more dish soap.
So he wants to stay is the thing. And I'm sort of, I could go either way. I just wanted your professional opinion if you think I
I'm
should.
39.
Kind of reminds me about my anecdote about the cows in the in an apartment. Once you have a guy in your gaping asshole, he wants to stay.
I'm
there
not gonna
forever.
leave.
Hmm.
I'm here to stay.
Nurse, can you get in here? I'm gonna need some help on this.
Hey doc, how's it going in here?
It's going
I'll
well,
show you.
Nurse
I
Jacqueline.
bend over and spread my ass cheek.
Whoa!
If you're gonna try to,
Hello,
Nurse Justin.
hello.
Echo.
My name is
Wait, Timothy,
my name's
right?
actually
It's
my
Timothy.
name's actually Timothy, stupid asshole. And actually,
Oh,
that's where I am.
That's
and
your home.
if you're trying to kick me out, you can kick the curb.
Wow.
You can eat
So-
rocks. If you're gonna try to kick me out, you can eat rocks.
And
Thanks,
how do you
thanks.
think that would bode for you as a tenant of my asshole? Where I excrete things.
now, Mollie, I just wanted to ask this
Yeah.
question here. You had mentioned he's a tenant of your asshole. Now, when you came in here, I was under the guise that you just had a.
I pay
gaping asshole
$35
and
bucks
there
a
was-
month.
So you're charging. So
Yeah,
you're
in a
actually
way.
making good money off of this.
Good is relative. $35 a month is.
But I can't get any goddamn dish soap.
Timothy,
He's out of
Timothy,
dish
can
soap.
you hear me? I'm
Yes.
the nurse. Just a quick question. How do you make money? How do you work from home?
I work from home.
What do
He
you
works
do?
from my ass.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm just curious how he can
I
even
sell
afford.
Microsoft mouses for desktops over the phone. Ever heard of it?
Yes, I have heard
And
of the phone.
I pay his
Great.
phone bill.
Great.
You pay his phone bill. How much?
29
$100.
bucks a month.
That's Mollie. For my professional advice is that you're not charging this man nearly enough to live in your
Well,
asshole.
I'm
You need
profiting
to-
$6 and I have some company, so that's sort of it adds a little.
So then, why the
something.
hell are you here?
Why
Why
are
are you
you
at the
here?
hospital?
What do you
I
need from
wanted
us?
to-
It seems like you're bragging.
In a
She
way.
is. She does this all the time.
Just
We've
wanted-
been to
She
we've
does
been
this
to-
all the
we've
time,
been to
Timothy.
8 doctors this month.
Oh, pardon me
She's
for being happily
bragging.
coupled and wanting to share that with the world. Jesus, Timothy. Can I for once be happy that I'm partnered? Can I for once show that to the world?
It's really messed up of you to come to a place like this, knowing that the doctor and me are so single, and you come in here with the gaping asshole, a canyon of sorts in your body, so
Yeah.
big that it holds a person who cares about you enough to pay you and talk to you, and you think you're special. No.
Wait.
Fuck you.
Oh,
Fuck you.
Crap. I forgot you had a
Hey.
pinto bean at 12 o'clock.
Oh,
We've
here I
got a
go.
fight coming.
Here I
Take
go.
cover.
Oh, God.
Oh, such smart comedy.
Wow, that'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do, pig.
What a blast, Alex! How was doing improv? You've done improv before? You haven't?
Yeah, I've done some classes before. This is
Okay.
my first time ever doing improv on a podcast.
Then why were you
And?
better than us, prick?
Dick, we told you to be worse.
Asshole.
We told you where the bar
What can I
was.
say? I'm a podcast star.
Yes!
You can't
We
argue
did it.
that.
We fulfilled every dream of Alex's here today.
We did.
Thanks so much for being on. Do you have anything to plug, Alex?
Besides our asses.
Mm.
Wow. Well, that crosses 3 things
Nice.
off my list.
Nice.
Mollie's ass, Justin's ass, Andy's ass. Besides those, check out Youth XL on all streaming platforms,
Hey.
Bandcamp, all that good stuff, Spotify. Check out Booch Ball, the podcast. I don't know how much crossover there's going to be between college football enthusiasts and Booch. It's a very niche market we're targeting there.
Don't worry.
We'll see. We'll see.
But yeah, and then rate and subscribe to Journal Me Fine, like I do.
Aw,
Oh, thank you.
Look at that.
that's so nice.
God bless. Well, we'd love to end it. We'll throw in, if we have your permission, we'd love to throw on a Youth XL song. You're shaking your head. No.
He's gonna sue your
Feels
ass.
Okay.
offended.
Well,
We'll
we'll
pay
I'm gonna
you
sue
for
your
it.
gaping ass.
We'll pay you for it.
So maybe if we- if-
$35.
Yeah. Can we pool together $35, you guys?
Yeah, I'll just request it all from Justin. So
Right,
once that
of
goes
course.
through a few layers of Venmo, perhaps you'll hear a Youth XL song at the end of the show.
That would be great.
Thanks so much for being here, Alex. You can
Yeah.
email us, journalmefine@gmail.com, journalmefine on Instagram, rate, review, etc.
Have a great day, future people listening.
We love you.
I love ya.